Hello, I'm Dr. Lily Hua Yu. I'm the clinical director here at AcuMedic Centre in London. I'm also practice and teach Chinese medicine and acupuncture for the Western doctor and healthcare professional. I have been practicing almost 35 years, and one of my specialty is fertility. Today, I'd like to talk briefly about what Chinese medicine approach the problem of infertility. What is different between Western medicine and Chinese medicine in terms of diagnosis and treatment? Western medicine looking at the reproductive organ in isolation and treat them as the mechanical part. And the way they diagnose the problem is mainly based on a medical examination, such as blood tests and then ultrasound and so on. But Chinese medicine, we are holistic medicine. It means we treat the body a whole, and we believe about a healthy body. It needs to depend on the balance of all the healthy internal organs, and also the balance between physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual, and balanced diet, good lifestyle, they're all important. And any parts of body malfunctioning or out balance, you still have trying to get problem because they all connect together and one upset other and become vicious circle. Based on that concept, the reproductive organ cannot be seen as the organ in isolated, but just parts of holistic system. And that is why we're able to help people when they're suffering from different kind of fertility issues, such as low sperm count, or poor quality of sperm, or high follicle stimulation hormone, or have low anti-Mullerian hormone. And especially the couple, they have been told they have unexplained infertility. There are around 4 most common and basic patterns which can contribute infertility for male patient or female patient. And the first pattern we call deficiency pattern or deficiency syndrome. So-called deficiency syndrome is the person must be weak in some particular part of the body, and then we refer to the deficiency of blood or deficiency of qi energy, and also can lead into deficiency of liver and kidney. And kidney is one of important organ which is responsible to all the fertility issue in Chinese term. And what can be the cause of this problem can due to long-term imbalanced diet or irregular diet. Like the person, they prefer to eat a lot of raw food or cold food, or they eat junk food or processed food, and this is all leading to deficiency of qi in the blood. Or can be, in some kind of case, if the patient suffering from chronic digestive system, although they try to eat properly, but not mean they're able to absorb all the nutrient in the food, and also result to the deficiency of qi in the blood. And then if it result to male low quality of sperm or low sperm count, and for women can cause dysmenorrhea or amenorrhea. It means it's period pain or no period. Now I'm talking about the second syndrome, is so-called stagnation. So-called stagnation is due to the blood and the energy not flow properly. And what can be the cause this kind of syndrome type? As you know, in the modern society, with the fast pace of living, or the stress, or anxiety or depression, or even people sit down in front of computer too long, or cycling too long, it can cause the pressure to the reproductive system. And then for male, of course, it can cause all the problems such as premature ejaculation, or can affect the quality of the sperm. And for female patient, can cause all the endometriosis and cause cysts or polyp, or finally contribute to the infertility. The third syndrome I'm going to talk is so-called heat syndrome. As you know, the body, we do need to have all the heat to warm up, to promote the flowing of the energy and the blood circulation. But the excessive heat can scorch the body fluid, and body fluid is a part of blood, and that can slow down all the circulation or make the blood become thickened. And what can be the cause of this problem? Quite often, if people smoking or drinking, or even drinking coffee more than 2 cups a day, or too much spicy food, and these can cause all the poor quality of sperm or affect the reproductive function. And finally, I like to talk to you is the cold syndrome. The cold syndrome, as you know, cold have nature of coagulation, and it can slow down the flowing of the blood and the energy, and affect the blood supply to the reproductive organ, and also can cause the metabolism slow down. And as you know, when the body is cold, and of course it can directly affect the implantation. The fertilized embryo never like to implant in the cold environment. At AcuMedic Clinic, we use Chinese medicine and acupuncture based on patients' different kind of symptom differentiation. For instance, if they're suffering from deficiency syndrome, we use a lot of herb, combination of herb and acupuncture to tonify the body or to replenish all the deficiency of blood and energy. And for the stagnation syndrome, we use different kind of herbal combination to undo the stagnation. And for the heat syndrome, we can use different herb to cool down the heat and help patient to restore the balance. And for the cold syndrome, we also have different kind of herbal combination and acupuncture point, and then to help the patient to restore the balance, to warm up the body. We have guide for overcome infertility, and it's free at clinic.acumedic.com. When your body becomes healthy and stronger, it's always the chance to get pregnant is much higher. Or when you prepare for IVF treatment with some other reason, like aging or because some kind of structural problem, and you also can combine with Chinese medicine and acupuncture. They just make the chances much better. So good luck to all of you. Bye bye.